Hey everyone, this is Nate with Nateflix, and this is my review of Mockingjay Part 1.
No one else can do this but her.
She won't be able to handle it.
They're coming, Katniss. They're gonna kill everyone. You'll be dead by morning!
Miss Everdeen, prepare to pay the ultimate price.
All right, so just to give you a little background on my views of the Hunger Games movies, I liked the first one. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I thought it was good. I give it like a 7. The second Hunger Games though, or Catching Fire, I liked quite a bit. That one, I'd probably give that one an 8. The visual effects were better. They added some good actors to it. I was pretty much looking forward to Mockingjay Part 1. Although I did have some reservations with them splitting it into 2 movies. That didn't work for Harry Potter. It definitely didn't work for Twilight, although nothing worked for Twilight. And so I was like, oh, this could suck. I don't know, we'll see. And now I've seen it, and it kind of sucked. So let me tell you why. The movie's 2 hours, but there's only about 30 to 40 minutes worth of actual story. Katniss, she was like this warrior girl, you know, tough and speaks her mind and all this stuff. Not in this movie. In this movie, she's very quiet and she stares. She does this. Like that. She does that. She shoots a couple of arrows and that's about it. I can't remember anyone doing anything memorable the entire movie. Gale is like okay, but he's kind of in and out. And Haymitch, who I like in the first 2 movies, he's kind of in and out. I did doze off a few times. It's really slow. The movie is slowly paced because there's not enough movie to fill a movie. Now, the first Hunger Games is like 2 hours plus. Second Hunger Games is 2 hours plus. The books are about the same length. They're all within 5 or 6 pages. How in the world is this book the same amount of pages, yet it needs to be told over 4.5 hours? Because it's a cash grab and it's terrible. And I would almost suggest skipping it and just seeing the last one because that's where all the action's gonna be. There's 2 action scenes in this movie. So if you like your movies 2 hours long with 6 minutes of action, this is the movie for you. If you like movies where they plan a bunch of stuff but don't actually do any of it, this is the movie for you. If you took a James Bond movie and you had Q and M sit in a room and talk about a mission that James Bond is gonna go on. And then you randomly cut to James Bond sipping like a martini or a Heineken now, because they sponsor him. And he's just drinking, but he's not really doing anything. And Q and M are like, this plan is gonna be great, we're gonna get this bad guy. And then the movie ends. That's the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. I need to tell everyone about the worst guy, which is Peeta. Hunger Games Part 1, doesn't really want to go to the thing, doesn't give her any bread in the beginning, he's kind of a jerk. Then he goes to the Hunger Games, oh, he needs help, he paints himself like a rock, he gets injured constantly. He doesn't actually win, he's a consolation winner, he's terrible. Hunger Games Part 2, he does the same exact stuff as he did in Part 1. All I remember is him kind of being around her, but not contributing at all to the team effort. He's little, he's a little man, and something about that guy's face, his hair. So what does he do in Hunger Games 3? Not only do I already hate this guy, but now they turn him into kind of a bad guy. So now it's like, oh, I hated you when you were good. I really hate you now that you're kind of bad. Peeta has to go. So overall, the movie's not that good. If there's any positives, I would say it looks all right. Visually, it's filmed well. Cool music, like the score is really good. The 6 minutes worth of action are okay. Like there's a scene where they blow up a dam. It's pretty neat, but it's only 2.5 minutes long. And the other action scene has to do with like airplanes, and it's okay, but it's only like 3.5 minutes long. One more bone to pick with the as far as the action goes. There's an action scene that happens off screen, and I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but an action scene that you don't get to see is not a good idea. When you hear bombs dropping on the roof, I want to see the bombs dropping on the roof. Not on a screen, and not even a real screen. It's like a battleship screen, so it's like a little radar, and it's like boop, boop, and they're all like ah, and then it's like boop, ah. That's it. That happens for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I was like, just go outside. Just show me. they got cheap and saved some money because they didn't have to CGI any bombs dropping, so great job. Anyway, overall, I will give the movie a 4. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's just such a step down from the last 2 movies, or the first 2 movies, I should say, that I cannot award it a very high score. That being said, I do think the last one will still be good because it'll probably be full of action. All the action that didn't happen in this one, it better be there because otherwise, what's the point? It's all pointless. So I'll go 4 out of 10. If you love the movies, you're gonna see it anyway. If you're kind of on the fence, I'd say skip it and just wait for the last one and then rent this one on Redbox for $1 or whatever. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell your friends, watch the videos, watch the old videos, share them. And I will be reviewing something for my next review, so keep an eye out. It'll be a surprise.